The preparation of an interview is an important part of the process, and that's not something to not pay attention to. So it's important to research the company, the organization you're going to be interviewing with through a lot of different sources. If you can find somebody to talk with from the company, from that particular organization, an insider, that would be great.
My interview took 8 hours for the job that I currently have, so there were a lot of questions and I really had to have a really long breath. There were different interview panels that I was introduced to. I had to prepare a presentation and I really took, I think, 2 weeks, almost full time, to prepare for this interview because I felt this is now a great opportunity and the job sounded like something that I can be really passionate about and good at. So I really didn't want to give this opportunity away without really fighting for it. And I think this is something that I have learned a little bit, really sometimes also pick your priorities and what job actually are you willing to invest that much time in to really make a good impression on such a long interview day.
Look through your work history ahead of time. Think about the projects from your prior history that you are most proud of, and then tell their stories with specifics. And the story should follow a format of something that we call STAR: situation, task, action, result. So if you can frame your stories through that STAR model, then you will be prepared for your interviews. You don't need to have a lot of those, but if you have 2 or 3 and you can always highlight them with specifics, with metrics, with numbers, then you will be golden.
I would say it's better to give one really good answer that shows your interest or your understanding of a topic or a question, rather than answer quickly and fast so you can answer a ton of others.
It's practice, it's mock interviews, it's practicing in front of the mirror with a clock next to you where you time yourself.
I try to, first of all, do this exercise in my mind to really understand what I want to say, and then I was writing down everything and highlighting the keywords.
Thinking about these questions well in advance and speaking them out loud in front of the mirror before going to the interview was really helpful for me.
You will stuck sometimes in some words, and obviously you want to present yourself the best way possible. So in order to feel frustrated for not finding the best word, if you practice before, you will have time to think about the best terms or words you want to use. So even if you don't have a good English, you still want to practice to feel more confident.
You should always have a list of questions to ask. And the questions shouldn't be just typical questions that you can get off the website, but they should be customized to the particular job you're interviewing for, and they should show that you actually have done some research to prepare for the interview and you're asking knowledgeable questions about the organization or about the group you're interviewing with.
Everyone likes to know that other people like their work. So if you can somehow tell them, maybe not too obvious, but somehow just tell them that you know what they're doing and you find it interesting.
What's most important thing to do in an interview is to be yourself, but also try to get out of your comfort zone and sell yourself a little bit, because this is a selling exercise. And the goal of the interview, as you know, is to potentially get an offer for the job, which means that you do need to present yourself in the best possible way, even if this doesn't come naturally to you.
When I'm interviewed, I try to have fun. I try not to get nervous. I think I'm a better person when I'm happy and fun and smiling and feel relaxed. It's easier for the interviewer to connect with me somehow at some level if I allow that person to laugh or to smile or to feel comfortable.
When you're being genuine, when you look in the eyes, when you make a smile, when you share something even personal, I think that's something that can create sometimes the click with your interviewer.
People tend to say too much they put themselves into situations where they would leave the interview and will say to themselves, oh, I shouldn't have said that, which is a mistake. So if you thought that you shouldn't have said that, don't say it. And you always follow up within 24 hours with a thank you note. The thank you note shouldn't be just an email blast to everybody who you interviewed with, but it should be customized to each person you met with, one by one, and it should address something you learned from this person during the time of the interview.